Okay, today we're going to go over the HeadRush 108. It's a really good entry-level FR speaker for your modeler, profiler, whatever you're running it through. It is a plastic cabinet, so it's not going to be as good as your $1,000 FR speaker cabinets out there. But if you're looking to get your cabinet out there and running through an FR speaker for around $200, this will do that. As you can see on the back, there's two inputs, two volume controls. You have a ground lift button and a contour button. One of the problems that I've had with this thing is the bass tends to be a little bit too boomy, especially when you're using high gain signals. Contour does not help that pretty much at all. But it's also very light, very portable. If you're going to create your patches using studio monitors or something along those lines, it would make a good monitor wedge in a live performance type of a setup. Outside of that, I would not recommend it as your primary way to create your tones in your modeler. It will not give you a true representation of what you're creating, because if you create it on this thing and send it to front of house, you're not going to have the same tone. Now, we'll start out and demonstrate some low gain stuff here. Get something a little bit more cleanish. So when I created this tone on my studio monitors, it was quite chimey and bell-like clean. As you can hear, it's adding in a whole bunch of lows. As you get into the higher gain stuff, it becomes really apparent. I don't know how apparent that is, but especially with palm muted notes and chords, you can really hear that low end kicking and thumping pretty hard. So like I said, for bang for the buck, great speaker. For on-stage monitoring of what you've got going on, perfectly good for that as well. Creating your tones and expecting to have an accurate representation of what you're going to send to front of house, I would not recommend it. Lightweight, durable, good for practices, that kind of thing. Just wouldn't recommend it as the primary FR you use, but as a supplementary speaker, works perfectly fine. For a practice speaker, perfectly fine. You can easily dial out the low end, but then you're going to send a really thin sound to front of house. That being said, it's a pretty good speaker as far as, you know, entry-level bang for your buck kind of FR speaker. For an extra $100, you can get the 112 instead of the 108. But then once you get into that, you're also in the range of the Altos and the EV ZLX series and all of those powered monitors, which are a little bit better. Some of them come with clipping lights, that kind of thing. If you're looking to get something as far as a low-end, good reproduction of your tones, I would recommend going with the Alto or the EV series stuff. If you're just looking to save a few bucks to have something as a stage wedge, perfectly fine for that. Personally, I bought it because I had a Line 6 Power Cab Plus and was looking to get away from that and go to the cab, and then ended up getting this just so I wouldn't have to lug the cab to practices and jams and whatnot. That being all said, that's my review of it. It's good for its purposes, but not good for all purposes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Have a good one. Thanks.